So, if you're wearing foundation, if you like, but if you're wearing a considerable amount and you go out, even if it's a little bit hot and you start to sweat a little bit, your foundation starts to move because it's cream, it's grease.
Yes.
Hug someone, kiss someone, it gets onto their clothes, to their face, it's embarrassing. So powder just helps lock in everything.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be huge amounts of powder. Just you can take some on the powder puff, dab off the excess.
Okay.
And just start to kind of just set what you've done already.
So we have with us the lovely Jasmeet Kapany. She's currently one of the country's leading makeup artists. And when I'm saying the country, she's an Indian makeup artist, but she travels all over the world with brides and other people. Mm-hmm. She lives in Delhi, but she's literally traveled, I think from what I hear about you, Jasmeet, you've been all over the globe. And she's trained under renowned makeup artists in London, in Dubai, mm-hmm. Thailand, and in Bombay. And she started her own company in 2012. So she's been doing this for 9 years. And what's really interesting about Jasmeet is that she stands for minimalism. She enhances people's own beauty and features. I know that you've got a beautiful job. You make people look beautiful. So that's incredible. So should we talk while you show us the 2 looks?
We'll start with a quick daytime, nice, natural look. I think you wanted something you could wear to work or to a lunch or even just on a Zoom call. So just to save some time, what I've got on is some moisturizer.
Okay.
And I've just got on like a makeup, like a spray. This is just from Iconic. This one's from London.
Okay.
So it's just a nice refreshing mist. So this glow here is just from, it's got some shimmer particles in this. So there's a moisturizer, there's some lip balm, there's a mist just to add some freshness to the face. And I've got some eyeliner on, simple, just basic.
So your face is glowing.
It's also the light. There's a ring light in front of me. I also drink a lot of water. So I feel like that really helps my skin. I don't do a lot for my skin, but I drink a lot of water and I always wear sunscreen. Even when I'm indoors. During the day, I have to have my SPF on. So I feel like that really helps save the skin from a lot of damage.
Even when you're indoors?
Even when I'm indoors. There's always sunlight coming in through the windows. I've got these big bay windows in my house. So the house is always well lit.
Okay.
Which is great, but it still damages your skin. You don't have to be directly exposed to sunlight for it to damage your skin. So any daylight anywhere can damage the skin if it's not protected.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
UVA, UVB rays, very harmful. So that's what I do. So we just go right in. I'm just using this Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation.
Okay.
Again, all of these steps are optional.
Right.
Depending on your preferences, your skin, if you like your face the way it is, don't want to add a layer, please skip foundation, use just concealer.
Right.
If you need it. I'm just going to put this on just to show everyone quickly. Okay. And I'm just dabbing it onto my face.
Okay.
With my finger. Just like a quick uniform coverage.
And that was Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation.
Yes.
Lovely.
I feel like there's a lot of good foundations out there, and especially if you're in the UK, you have so many more options. Always cover your neck when you're doing your foundation. Don't forget to bring anything that you're using, actually, any product. Cover your neck, top of your eyes.
So would you say that sort of there's different foundation that one should look at for, say, brown skins, different foundations for white skins, different foundations for different colored skins?
So more than color, it's about the undertone. Now, us Indians most of us Indians are warmer. Our skin tone is warmer. You know how they say there's a pink undertone and there's a yellow undertone? So we're usually more yellow. Okay. I'm a neutral undertone, so this foundation also is the 240N. N means neutral. So I'm neither here nor there. I'm right in the middle. So there's 3 kinds. There's pink, there's yellow, and there's neutral.
Right. Lovely.
So anyone can be any one of these 3. It really doesn't depend on your ethnicity. And more than that, there's also different types of foundations for different skin types. Now, this is just a regular one. It works for everyone. I have normal skin, so it works for me. If you have super dry skin, you should get something a bit maybe mix some face oil with this. If you're
Right.
very oily, maybe use a powder foundation, maybe skip the liquid altogether. So just getting the right product, I feel like, is a very important part. Learning how to use it comes later. A little bit of concealer.
Right.
Just under the eyes. I don't like using product where I don't need it.
Okay.
But for people who want to skip foundation, who want to just look nice and fresh and like they're just, they're just like super fresh, they can brighten up the inner eye area, even if you don't have any darkness here. So this is just to brighten up.
Okay, so that's interesting.
The inner corner, yeah. Just to kind of wake up. I'm not putting anything here because I don't really need any coverage here.
Right, right.
With
Yes, you've got beautiful, flawless under eye skin.
Thank you. Good genes.
So you do it here, even if for someone who doesn't need the under eye. I need lots of under eye coverage, but even for someone who doesn't, you're saying just do a lighter color here.
Yeah, it just makes the face look nice and bright.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is too bright, if you can see me fine, but I can tell that it suddenly makes me look a little fresher.
Okay.
So I like to do this. I never like to skip this step, no matter how flawless someone's face is.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay.
Yes. So that's one quick tip that even people with flawless skin can do to, add a little bit of something just to lift their appearance up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So that was the basic of foundation. If you have any marks, anything you'd like to cover, please go over with your concealer at this point. Because once your wet products are done, you set with powder. Now, powder comes on top of everything creamy. You can't go back and put something creamy on top of powder, because that mixes up the texture and it starts to get mucky. So what I'm using here is also from Anastasia. It's a loose powder.
Okay.
This one's in the shade Banana.
So you would recommend powder even for the day look, even for a simple day look. Okay.
I'll tell you why. So this is a translucent powder.
Right.
It appears to be yellow, which is great actually, because it doesn't then make you look too gray or too frosty. But so this has color, but it blends right into your skin. I took some on this powder puff.
Right, right.
So it blends right in. So it's not adding any color.
Okay.
What it's doing is, so, if you're wearing foundation and if you're using the bare minimum, you can skip this step if you like. But if you're wearing a considerable amount and you go out, even if it's a little bit hot and you start to sweat a little bit, your foundation starts to move because it's cream, it's grease.
Yes.
Hug someone, kiss someone, it gets onto their clothes, to their face, it's embarrassing. So powder just helps lock in everything.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be huge amounts of powder. Just you can take some on the powder puff, dab off the excess.
Okay.
And just start to kind of just set what you've done already.
Okay.
So, it doesn't have to be a huge amount. It doesn't have to be color. This one still has a tinge of yellow, but you can use like fully translucent ones as well, colorless ones. And your skin eats up all of this product. So it's not going to look powdery or, some people say, oh my God, we're going to start looking cakey with powder. That doesn't happen.
Okay. And you're saying it actually stops the cakiness?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
And it stops it coming onto people's cheeks and clothes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And, a lot of people complain about their kajal bleeding down and nothing lasting. I'll show you another powder-related trick to stop that from happening as well. This is the Urban Decay Concealer. This is, again, a neutral color. It's medium neutral.
Right.
So I'm a neutral undertone. If I were to use something a little too yellow, it might stand out. So again, how we brought our foundation down to the neck, I'm going to do the same thing with powder.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah. Also, with all of you out there with absolutely flawless skin who hate makeup, there's lots of people that dislike makeup a lot. If you just want to clean up your face a little bit, just take some loose powder, brush it all over your face, just dust it all over. It just gives it a really smooth finish, and you can't see anything. So it's undetected to the naked eye. So it's a great way to kind of just look uniform without making too much of an effort. Next step. So this is what foundation does. It makes you ghostly, right? Because it takes away all the color, all the dimension. It's great for like correction. It, fixes the tone of your skin, but it's always important to add that warmth back. So I'm just using a bronzer I mean, it's more like a contour powder. This is from Too Faced, and it's called Chocolate Soleil.
Okay.
And it smells like chocolate.
Yum. Okay.
So I'm just going to take some on a brush.
Yeah.
I use this small angle brush, but you can use anything, like any fluffy brush. Don't use a very tight brush.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start warming it up a little bit, just to add some dimension back. So even if you don't like contouring your face, if it's too much of a hassle, if you have a nice chiseled face and you don't want to make it any more chiseled than that, don't shy away from using bronzer, because this adds back dimension. So we're not adding any angles, we're just adding some warmth back, which I feel like is the most important. So bronzing, I'm sure everyone knows the basics, but it's literally you're just the outside of your face, you're just lining
it. Contouring your face, you said. So
yes,
here
it's like a
and
3,
here.
an E or a 3, whatever you like to call it.
Okay.
So just to kind of, make it look a little bit more natural, because our skin is never one tone. No matter how flawless it is, it's never one tone. So this just adds some dimension.
Okay.
And very lightly, it doesn't have to be any prominent lines.
Okay.
No harsh contouring here, just, yeah.
And your bronzer is it's quite similar to the color of your skin.
It is actually, I'll show it to you. So it's not super dark.
Okay.
Because that's where people go wrong. I feel like people are also afraid of the word bronzing and contouring, because a lot of them look orange. They start to look orange or too dark or dusty, Or that's because you're going too dark. You don't need to. It's literally 3 or 4 shades darker than your skin tone. Maybe 2 or 3,
Okay.
So just, again, it needs to look like shadows on your face, basically.
Okay.
No, not like lines, if that makes any sense. And also, please learn to bronze according to your face shape. Different people need more bronzer in some places, no bronzer. If my forehead was really tiny, I wouldn't bronze here at all, because it cuts it down a little bit. Okay. Your nose, I just like to go in with a smaller brush. Again, your nose also starts to look a bit out of shape. So just to bring back the warmth, we're not altering any shapes here. Just adding back some dimension, that's all.
So that's also bronzer that you're adding?
Yeah, this is the same product, yes.
Okay.
So this is just a darker, you could use a compact powder that's like 3 shades darker than your skin tone,
Okay.
And I recommend doing this with powder. People can do it with cream products as well, but that takes a while to get used to and a while to perfect. So this is very easy.
Okay.
Very, very easy.
So smaller brush. You said use a smaller brush for the nose.
So just as a basic rule, bigger brush for bigger areas, small brushes for small areas.
Lovely. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So that is the bare minimum, and I feel like it's been pretty easy.
Lovely.
We can now do some blush. I love blush during the day. If you hate blush, please skip it. I love blush, and I love putting blush on my clients.
Okay.
So I will take some. This is just, it's called Peaches from MAC.
MAC. Okay.
Any blush works actually, as long as it's not too dark for you or too light, because then your skin starts to look dark against the blush. And just, again, blush is something that you need to learn to apply specific to your face shape.
Okay.
Now, I have a bigger face, so I don't want to put it all the way here, because my face will look more elongated.
Okay.
It'll look wider.
Okay.
So I want your attention to be in the center of my face, so it doesn't go here. So basically, to cut this off visually, I'm just going to put my blush here in the front.
Okay. Over the nose. Okay.
You have a nice thin face, so you can put it here.
Okay.
If you were to put it here, it would pop out. Your blush would look like 2 balls sitting in the center of your face, because you have a nice chiseled face. You can take it here. Blush can also lift up the face or make it look droopy if it's not applied correctly. So I think always aim to put it a little higher than you would like to. I think it's safer to do it that way.
That's a lot of layers you've given us. For an everyday, is that what you recommend is the bare minimum?
But like I said, the first step, which was foundation, was optional. I said, I don't wear foundation at all. This is just for the sake of, a lot of people have good skin and they don't like to use foundation or concealer, which is great.
Right.
But a lot of people are also conscious and they like, foundation is a part of their daily routine. They'd wake up in the morning, bathe,
and they just
put their moisturizer on, and just foundation. It's literally part of their skincare, foundation.
Yes.
So this is for them. Just again, every step, like I said, is optional.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yes, bare minimum in the sense that for people who like doing their makeup. And these are all very quick steps. We haven't done anything too hardcore, too intense, you know. There's no like real technique involved.
Yeah.
So it's very, very
Okay.
easy. I didn't use 1,000 brushes, just use my fingers, rubbed in the foundation.
Okay.
So very easy, very quick. Again, everything is optional, guys. Please skip whatever you don't like. Please pick up and use whichever step you find useful. Even for my brides, there's never a set routine. I actually don't use foundation on some of my brides with flawless skin. Why should I add a layer for no reason?
Oh, wow.
So,
That's amazing.
yes. So there's a few that are stunning. I mean, they're all stunning, but their skin is stunning. It's like they have no pores. It's surprising.
Oh, wow.
So they don't need that coverage unnecessarily, you know. So, I mean, everything is optional.
How do you cover a double chin?
Double chin, you can contour here, but you can never hide it completely. That makeup can't do that. Makeup can hide discoloration at best, and it can chisel you up a little bit, but texture and I mean loose skin is something makeup can't hide, you know. So I guess product placement is important. Chisel your jaw, contour here. Don't go all the way down. Contour here, it'll give the appearance of your face being a little lifted, a little more lifted there, like this. So that was blush. Again, I like to keep it very peachy, very minimalistic for the day or even for the night. I don't really go crazy with my own makeup. But so this was.
And you said specifically that highlight the areas, put the blush in the areas you want to highlight. So put it here if you want the focus to come here. If you want to show the sort of cheekbones, then you take it all the way up. Yes. Right? Okay, lovely.
And you also, you know, try different things, take pictures and see what different techniques do for your face. You'll be surprised. Blush is not just putting color anywhere. Everything shapes your face a certain way. So I think it's nice to kind of take some time out, experiment, take pictures and compare the two to see what blush here looks like or here, you know. Anyway. Okay, so what I would do next would be just to put on some eyeliner. Basic, I've just drawn on some black eyeliner. I've got some mascara on. I love mascara. The one thing I can't leave home without is mascara. Even if I have a bare face, mascara, it really just opens out your eyes. Quick tip. All of you know how to use one of these eyelash colors. You know, so many girls have such beautiful lashes and they don't know it because they're straight and they feel like, oh, they cover their eyes and they don't really lift up anything. But just use one of these. And even if you don't wear mascara, don't wear anything, if you just pump 7 or 8 times and, you know, make this a daily habit, make it a part of your routine, your lashes will lift up. And they'll stay lifted and they really open up the eye and make you look fresher. So that is one. And for people with elongated eyes, they can't get all their lashes in at once. So you have this half-sized one. It's like a mini lash color.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've never seen that. Okay.
Yeah. So it's literally, it's less than half the size. And it's made just for the lashes on the outside. Okay. And this one's from Shoe Mera. So eyeliner, again, optional. Some people hate eyeliner. Don't wear it. If you like your kajal instead, wear that. However you like to do your eyes. Mascara, I feel like is good for everyone. It really opens out the eyes without doing too much. One more very important thing is your brows. Now, a lot of people, and recently have become more conscious about their brows, which is great. Because they frame your face, you know, your brows. And I have decently dark ones. I don't like to fill them up too much. But I have this clear gel. This one's from Forest Essentials, but I feel like a lot of brands make this. It's just a clear gel. It's like a clear mascara. Okay. So you take some on. Actually, I like to take just a plain spoolie and just comb everything out. Just brush it up and out. You know?
And does that keep it in place?
This is just to kind of lift it up. If you can see, you know how our hair falls here. This looks unruly, especially in photos. It can look a bit messy. Okay. And when it's up, it kind of just looks better. You know?
Yeah. There is a difference, 100%. Yeah.
So, and this is something that happens with all of us. Our hair just tends to fall. So some clear gel. I mean, please add color if you like. If you like filling in your brows, this is the time to do it. And I just like to set them so they don't fall back down. Okay. It's just a clear mascara. So there's no color. It's just the product. Also, the easiest thing if you're on the go, you don't have your brow product. I just take any dark brown eyeshadow.
Okay.
Dark brown. If it's too light, you can mix some black in it. But literally just pick some up on an angle brush and just fill in where you need.
Okay.
If you need any filling. I should have done this before the clear gel. Eyeliner, mascara. I'll just show you quickly how I do my mascara. I place the wand right at the bottom and I wiggle it out.
Okay.
Wiggle. So please spend 2 to 3 minutes on your mascara. People just, do a quick coat and just leave it. But the more time you give your mascara, the more open your eyes will look. And you can do multiple layers. You can do 3 or 4 coats if you like. You can do 1 coat of this mascara and go in with a second coat of a different one. That lifts them up even more.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So for my brides who don't like to wear false lashes, I just do this for them. I use different brands, and they give a much better lift than using this one.
And what mascaras would you recommend?
Oh, this is just any. I use I use drugstore mascaras all the time because I have to refill every week. But Maybelline, Rimmel, Max Factor, they make such great mascaras, and they're so affordable. Okay. Mascaras also dry out very quickly, so I feel like you don't need to spend tons of money on buying expensive product. Okay. So that is that. You can go in quickly with a lipstick. One more thing I like to do. A lot of people also don't. I haven't noticed that too much in the UK. I feel like people like wearing makeup in the UK. Right. In India, a lot of people are conscious about wearing all that makeup. So lipsticks also, a lot of people are not very open to wearing color. So you can do a neutral color. You can actually love using lip pencils as well. Because it's not out there.
And you're saying they're more subtle, the lip pencils?
They are, definitely.
Okay.
They just merge into your skin, so it doesn't look like a separate product.
No, but it looks lovely. You can tell that you've got something
on.
Lighting on, yeah.
Yeah, you can just add a lipstick on top of this if you like. Wear whatever you like, But this is, I feel like, minimal. One more thing I like to do just to brighten up the face is take a highlighter. And just again, so we're doing the same thing that we did with like a shimmer product. Again, this just
round the eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you who like to wear highlighter during the day, please go ahead. I don't personally. I feel like it's sometimes too harsh in the sun.
How do you prep the face for the office?
So I just use moisturizer. This is the one I use these days. It's an Indian brand. It's called En's Closet. ENN, En's Closet.
Okay.
Yeah. This ENNN.
Okay.
I don't know if it's inverted. So this is their moisturizer, rosé, and this is like a kind of a facial mist. Pre-game, it's called. And they have a lot of great skincare products as well. En's Closet. Okay. I really like that stuff, and I feel like it's all natural moisturizer. And I use this refreshing spray. That's all I do for prepping my skin. If you have oily skin, if you have acne scars, if you have lots of pores, you can use a pore minimizer. Smashbox do one, Benefit do one, the green one, Professional. That's my favorite one. I don't have it here, but that's the one I use. So it really depends on your skin type. So you should prep your skin based on your skin type.
Any other suggestions for lip pencils or nude lipstick?
Oh, so many. But very importantly, what looks one tone on my face will look totally different on someone else's. Even if you're the same skin tone as me, your lips will be a different color. So all lip products, please try on your lips. All of us go to the mall and we'll try lipstick on here and we'll be like, oh my God, it's so nice. Let's just buy it. And it looks totally different. All of us have hordes of lipstick that we don't use. That's because we don't try it on correctly. So when you're buying foundation, try it on your face. When you're buying blush, try it on your cheeks. Just always try the product where you're going to use it. So for lipstick, please go to the mall or wherever, to the store, and really try. I feel like most makeup shouldn't be ordered online. If you're buying for the first time, you should try it on in person. You can reorder online once you know what shades work for you. And I feel that that's standard across all kinds of all products, all makeup products.
What kind of products you use for different skin types?
To summarize it, you need to wear makeup specific to your skin type. If you have oily skin, there are water-based foundations. Always wear water-based if you have oily skin. and ask the people behind the counter. Tell them your skin type is such and such, and they will recommend products based on your skin type. Tone, they often go wrong. I don't know any saleswomen who've done a good job recommending foundation matching to my client's skin tone, but product wise, their product knowledge is great. So always buy product specific to your skin type. Ask them, tell them, this is my skin type, what do you recommend? If you walk into a store, they have different types of foundations, you know, different ranges. So there's one for normal, one for dry, one for oily skin. So always get the product is specific to your skin type. If you're very oily, use more powder. If you're more dry, use less powder. So these are the basics. There are, I mean, it's not very different, but you have to know how to use products specific to your skin type.
Okay, so should we go on to the nice dramatic evening look?
Yes. Turn this up a notch. I'm going to contour a bit darker.
So the basics are the same. That's what you're saying.
The basics are exactly the same. The basics are exactly the same. Now you can just play up your eyes and your lips. I think those are the only two features you need to play up to, you know, make your look darker or lighter. Like, so I'm going with the darker. Oh, this is my Anastasia palette, and it's I've been using this every day. So I'm just going with the dark color here. This is darker than the one I'd used to bronze my face.
It's just called the Anastasia bronzing palette?
The Anastasia contour palette.
Okay.
And again, this needs to be specific to your face shape. Product placement needs to depend on what you're trying to enhance or not enhance. I'm doing this specific to my face shape. Everyone can't copy this and expect similar results. I also like to go back and forth. I don't just do one step and then leave it at that. You know, I like to come back and make adjustments. So I think I'll do the eyes first, and then we'll see what else I need to do to kind of make it a bit more nighttime.
Okay. So you're saying that the contouring is more dramatic. The contour
it could be for the night. It could be if you like. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing this makeup based on the assumption that this is for someone that's going out.
Okay.
You know? Okay, so we've got some eyeliner. Quickly, if you had to convert this, I've got some kajal here.
Right.
Now, this kajal is not waterproof, and that's important because it smudges easily.
Okay.
And we need something that smudges easily because I'm going to put this on top of my eyelid. And because it's easy to smudge, you don't kind of need to remove what you have on already. I just like to work with my
God, how steady your hand is. Incredible.
Years of practice. So this is, again, I'm just doing a bit of a dramatic eye.
Right.
If you do a cream base under anything, it's always more enhanced.
Okay.
If I were to put on a black or a brown eyeshadow on this eye without a base, it wouldn't be half as dark.
Okay.
And this is a very quick way to kind of just do a nice smoky eye.
Smoky-eyed look, okay.
Yeah. So I've literally just smudged a little bit of kajal.
You put kajal and you literally smudged it. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to take like a dark brown. This is just a palette I made myself. I just got a bunch of eyeshadows from MAC and put them all together in a palette. And I'm just going to press this on.
So you put the lighter color closer to the nose.
Yes.
The inside of your eye, you put a lighter color. Okay.
I mean, you could use a black here if you like. I'm just not going too dark because a lot of people don't like going very dark as well. And this line that you draw with your kajal doesn't need to be very straight or very neat because you are smudging it. It's going to go back in with some eyeshadow again. You can use your finger for the eyeshadow also if you like. Can you see where the pencil was? It's so much darker. There's no...
Yeah.
There's nothing to hold on to.
So you literally, you're seeing very little of the pencil because you've gone on top with the eyeshadow.
Right. We'll come back in with the pencil. I'm just blending that out.
Okay.
This is just a clean brush.
Okay.
A fluffy brush. No harsh lines anywhere, basically.
Okay.
Unless you're doing a graphic eyeliner, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you just smoke out, your eyeshadow.
Okay.
it kind of just blends out into, because when we were doing our foundation, we'd also done some on our eyelids, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's cleaner, and then your product placement is more visible. It's just, most of us we're darker on our eyelids. Our eyelids are darker than the rest of us.
Yes.
So it's nice to kind of take away that darkness with foundation, just a little bit.
Okay.
So I literally just blended out the same eyeshadow. I haven't added anything. If you want to make it darker, you can just go back in with some kajal, just very close to your lash line, and you can smudge some black eyeshadow. Taking some black eyeshadow on like a smudger brush.
Right.
And just smudging it out. Can you see?
So you first smudged the kajal, then you put the eyeshadow, then you blended it, and then for a more dramatic look, you're putting more kajal and smudging it.
Yes, optional. These are all optional steps. You could leave it at that. People like to wear their false lashes.
Okay.
So lashes on top of this would look great. People like to add their shimmer. So I'm just going to show a few options and people can do what they like.
Okay.
It seems like it's a lot of steps, but if you go back and watch this, I think it'll be fairly simple.
Your favorite liquid contour product?
Liquid contour. I like those cream sticks. MAC, Bobbi Brown, everyone do those cream foundation sticks. You just get a really dark one.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm just going to go back in with that brown eyeshadow I'd used.
Okay.
And for those of you who like to wear product under your eye, you could do this. For those of you who don't, please skip it.
Wow.
Everything is optional. Yeah.
Wow. To think you've done this in literally 5 minutes? That's incredible.
It's very easy once you know your face well enough. It doesn't take that long to do your makeup. A lot of us don't know where to put what. So I also teach a lot of my clients. I teach them how to do makeup on their face specifically. It's a quick class and it doesn't take that long because it's literally just for your face,
I guess that won't work for someone who's got dark circles like me.
Then you could conceal them well and then do this. It's all personal preference. If you feel like your dark circles are a problem, just learn to conceal them better. So this isn't even super dramatic, but I feel like it's dramatic enough. So you could go in with more mascara.
And basically you've used 2 colors. A darker color at the bottom and a lighter color on top of that. That's what you've done.
There's a black and there's like a shimmery brown.
Dark brown kind of color,
Oops. So when this happens, and I'm sure it happens to all of us, let it dry. Wait for it to dry, because when it does, it's easy to kind of just rub off. If you try to remove it while it's wet, it'll smudge and it'll spread all over, basically.
So when you say it's dry, then what is the best way of taking it off?
Just scratch it off. I'll show you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
With your nail or with one of these
tissues,
dry ones,
Okay.
Because it becomes hard then when it dries. It's easy to just pull off.
Okay.
Again, these steps are all specific to what I like to do.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people just put mascara on their upper lashes, not on the lower lashes.
But this is again to kind of just add some darkness without really going in with kajal. This kind of also adds a little bit of drama.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Now, okay. So this blush that I did was, for the day, for the night. If you like, you can keep your blush to a minimum because blush also makes your face soft.
Right.
Nice daytime.
Yes.
So I feel like you can do more bronze.
Okay.
And on top of that bronze, you could add highlight. This is just the Dior highlight palette.
Okay.
I think it's in the shade Universal.
Okay.
So they've got a bunch of different options. It's nice to kind of mix them up and use them. And I'm taking this on a small fluffy brush.
Right.
Just on the high points.
Okay. So from the cheek upwards.
So highlight wherever you like to. Like to go to town here.
Yes. So you put a lot of emphasis on the area right next to the nose, the eyes, that area.
I like to do that a lot. It's a very personal personal preference, but I like to use it on my clients as well. And for me, it opens up my eyes. Now, For your lips, if you want to make it a little bit more dramatic, I actually might make my eyes a little bit darker. And I'll show you what I was talking about. When your kajal smudges, how to prevent that from happening. Put your kajal on, again, if you like to wear it.
Yeah.
Everything is optional, guys. Everything is optional. Right? Now, if you left it like this, it would transfer down because it is grease. It's creamy, it's oily. Now, how we set our foundation with powder, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take some eyeshadow, just black eyeshadow.
Right.
On a small brush. Again, your brush also needs to be specific to the area you're using it on. If I use a very big brush here, the product will go all over, So specific to your area. Just picking up some product here. And I'm just lining, creating like a border.
Wow, Jasmeet, that looks like hard work. I mean, in terms of getting it right. Is that
not
quite
really,
difficult?
because it's, you're placing it literally on your lashes, it's right here.
So it doesn't need to be eyeshadow and you placed it on the lash.
Eyeshadow.
Okay.
And you don't need to be, you can't be very specific with powder product, right? You just basically just drawing it with a free hand on top of your kajal here.
Okay.
So there's a boundary of powder and your wet product can't cross that.
Okay.
You can't cross it. So there's no way it's going to transfer down.
Okay.
So how you set your foundation, you're also setting your kajal. It's I think it's a great trick because a lot of people stop wearing kajal because they get sick of it running down, And I'm not doing anything too specific. I'm just going back and forth.
Okay.
Black eyeshadow. That's all,
Right.
It doesn't even need to be too dark or too thick. This is just to prevent your kajal from bleeding. That's all. Okay, now this smudge here. I'm just taking a clean spoolie. It wasn't dry. We'll just wait for it to dry up.
Okay.
No, it wasn't fully dry. Yes. So once your eyes are nice and dark, I just like sticking to my neutral colors on my lip. But this one's called Trendsetter. It's from Huda. Just a nice neutral color.
Okay. So you would suggest doing either eyes or lips, not both?
I mean, it really depends. There's no such rules, actually. You can do what you like. On my face, I don't like wearing both together. So I do either or. But you can do what you like.
Okay, lovely. For everyday makeup, do you have any specifics on what kind of makeup, what's healthier?
It's important to know what you're buying, of course. And there's a lot of homegrown brands now which are doing cruelty-free, vegan, all-natural makeup. But I feel like all the big brands are not there yet. They're getting there. Everyone's getting a bit more conscious, but everyone's not there yet. I mean, we as makeup artists can't single out brands based on the products that they're selling because we need a lot of product. But you as individual consumers, I feel like you can read up about the brand before you order or go into the store, read up on the ingredients. And obviously, I feel like the whole world is becoming more conscious of what they're buying and what they're selling.
Yes.
So we're all getting there slowly, but I mean, sadly, we're not there yet. Makeup brands specifically.
Okay. That was lovely. Thank you, Jasmeet, for being on this incredible chat. Thank you for listening to this chat. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to this page. Please subscribe to our podcast on Apple and Spotify, Wellness Curated. And follow us on Instagram, Wellness Curated, the number 1. Thank you.